welcome back. I'm Mark Richard Adams, post-production professional, and today I'm going to do a short demo about day for night. Now there's plenty of filters out there where you can get a shot, turn it from a nice day image into a night image, but I'm going to show you how to create something yourself in Resolve, which I think is actually more powerful because it's dedicated to the shot that you're on. Okay, so I've got a timeline here, I've got some clips. Okay, and I'm just going to grab these clips, stick them on the timeline. There we go. So what we're going to start with, let's have a look at the lake. Okay, so it's looking pretty stark. I mean, it's overcast. It's not very good at all. Okay, so let's try and sort something out. Let's jump into the color page. Okay, so first node, really important. Before we start doing anything, hit save, Command S, and workspace. What do we need? Really important video scopes. How are you going to know the brightness level? How are you going to know the color level? And again, I'm just going to focus on the waveform and the vector scope for the moment. I'm going to position that there. I'll be moving this around a little bit here and there, so don't worry too much. We can see in this waveform we are looking at just the luminance of the image. Okay, whatever's lit in this scope is whatever is on this image. Okay, if anything in this black area, there's nothing there, it means that there is no reference to that darkness. Okay, so this image is pretty light. There's nothing touching this bottom zero black line. The darkest part of the image is probably this tree here. That's about it really. So let's first and foremost, let's try and fix the image. Before we apply a grade or a data light, we want to fix the image. Okay, let's get it looking a little bit better. First node, and I'm going to add a label. I'm just going to call this curves. I quite like labeling things because ultimately you can have so many nodes. It's nice to track back. I'm going to jump into the curves now and see curves here, and I'm just going to lower that down a little bit. Okay. I mean, we're completely blown out. There's nothing in the sky. It's either overcast or it's been overexposed. Let's drop that down a little bit. And the blacks, I'm going to bring those down. Okay, you see, I'm just bringing in, I'm going to touch the zero line here. You can see I'm touching this line here. But also look at the image. I mean, does it look natural to you? I think it might be a bit too dark, so maybe about there is fine. Let's have a little raise in the mids. Okay, we've got to be careful here because we don't want the image to start breaking up. Okay, that's fine for the moment. Happy with that. Now let's go for Option S, new node, and I'm just going to apply a sat and con, or saturation and contrast. I generally apply those together. I'm just going to jump down to the primaries wheels and let's have a little peek. So just increase that slightly. Okay. And the contrast, of course. Let's just have a little look at that. Okay. That's looking better. And we can hit Option D. Just turn those on and off. Okay. Not too bad. And you can turn it on and off here as well. Okay, bypassed. Okay, so the image is in a better place. Okay, it's still stark, it's still ugly. Let's try and now turn this into a beautiful day for night shot. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another node, and this is going to be the start of my day for night. This is going to be another curve, so I won't label this, but that'll be a curve. And now I'm going to start to drop it. Okay, I'm going to drop the top end whites coming down. Okay, and I want to get it around about there. Okay, we'll play with that in a moment. Okay, that's looking good. Right, I want to try and create an evening look, and also I want to try and create some geography of where we are. So sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So we need to make sure, let's apply some sun as well to this. Okay, so we've got our luminance down. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to create another node now. I don't want to get this confused. I will label this one, and let's start to create the look. Okay, actually I will label this one while I'm here. I'm going to call this curve drop, and this is going to be the look. Now, so I now want to have a little look at this and start to push in those blues. Okay, and let's have a little look at how we can do that. I could start going to the gain, and I could pull the blues into the white areas there. Okay, interesting. I could use the gamma, pull that in as well. Okay, looking, okay, maybe looking sort of early morning there. And let's just drop this again. Okay, let's drop the height of that curve again. Okay, starting to look a little bit more evening-esque. Okay, blacks are beginning to be a bit of a problem. We need to just be careful with those. Okay, it's looking good. And now I want to go for another node. Okay, and now I want to go to the RGB channel. Okay, jump over to that mixer. And okay, so we've got the option of independently correcting the reds, greens and the blues output. Okay, so you could say, well, if I increase the blue on the blue channel, we're going to get more of an effect. Yeah, you do, but also we can reduce or increase the reds or the greens within that channel as well, so we can get some quite cool effects. But also remember that you can play around with the red and green channel to increase that effect as well. Okay, so if I remove some of that green, okay, we're getting some more of an evening look, and then if I increase some reds here, okay, so not looking too bad, sort of looking okay. Good, I'm happy with that. Now let's create our geography of where we are. Okay, so I'm going to go to another node, and this node is going to be called, let's call this geography. Okay, and let's go to our power windows. Create my power windows here. Well, actually we could, like, you know, mimic the sun, put it up here, but I'm not going to do that. In fact, that's not the tool for me. What I want to use is, what's really cool is that inbuilt in here we've got the gradients. Gradients is really sweet actually, because we can choose to increase or decrease where our colours go. Okay, so anything above this line is going to be coloured, anything below won't be, and this is the level of graduation that we burn off. Okay, so over here I want this to be indicating that this is the west. Okay, so now I'm going to try and increase that colour. So I'm going, in the gammas, I'm going to push into the yellows and reds. Okay. Remember, this is a control in the middle of the image, you know, but this traditionally is a white area, so we can actually increase in the gains as well. See? Looking, no, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, but it's too sharp. Look, it's too, you know, it's not working quite as well as I want. So I'm going to place it about here, and I'm going to get this graduation. I'm going to pull it down, really pull it in. Okay, that's looking nice. Now, one thing to be aware of in this particular shot is that this is a reflection. This is the water here. So whatever's in the sky needs to be reflected in the water. And now, so if I had a shot like this, it wouldn't be reflective because there's not enough color here. So if I pull that across, it's starting to build in. So it's nice. Good. I'm happy with that. Now, I want to make it sort of darker around this side here. And the way that we can do that, of course, another node. And this is going to be a power window. Okay. I also now want to use the gradient again, but I want to reverse it. Okay. I want to do the same sort of thing. Okay. So anything but under this line now will be affected. And we've also got darker parts of the image that we can tweak. So gamma, I'm going to push into the blues. Okay. That's probably okay there. It's actually the gain and the gamma slider we need to amend. So I'm just going to pull that gamma slider down, and I'm just going to bring the whites of that image down, and that's going to be affecting the water, these bits of snow reflected here. Okay, so that's looking nice. And now I want to pull that graduation through. And remember, we can pull out, we can actually pull this graduation really far off screen actually if we want to. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay, that's looking good. Now, finally, I'm going to create another node, and this is going to be my overall power window. Power window 2 here. And I'm going to jump and get this wonderful tool, which, you know, Blackmagic calls it power windows, but they're traditionally vignettes, aren't they? That's what they are. But what's very clever about DaVinci Resolve is that you can apply so much beautiful graduation that you don't even notice you've got a vignette. Now, I don't want a vignette in this traditional sense like this, but I do want to drop it back. So let's just pull. So, you know, I'm only using like some basic tools here. I'm not using anything amazing. Okay, that's not what I want. I want it to be inverted. There's the invert key there. Now that's starting to look really cool, but this is the brighter part of the image. Okay, here. So there's no point me vignetting this section. So I do want to sort of move it around slightly on an angle. And then I want to mix that through with the softness. Okay, I'm going to bring that through. Good. If you ever want to get the cage off so you can see the shot better, apply another node. Okay, there you go. Now, that's our shot. It's looking quite nice. That's our day for night. So if I go Option D, off, on, you can see within the space of how many nodes? How many nodes, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nodes. We have created something really quite unique, something pretty beautiful. We have created the geography of east to west, and we made a very, very stark shot like that. Look pretty beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a practice with that. Day for nights are really powerful actually, because they're the precursor of actually really pushing your grade. Day for night is an extreme version of a grade, a beauty shot. It's extreme, okay, but it's a good way of playing with tools, messing around with the curves, messing around with the color wheels, messing around with the RGB channels to create something, to enhance the scene or to make it, maybe slightly otherworldly, alien. Great, thanks so much. If you like this, please give a like, subscribe, and see you next time. Thank you.